Swarm is about a black woman from Houston, Texas that is obsessed with a pop star and will stop at nothing to get to her.
Hi, I'm Dominique Fishback, and I play Dre in Swarm. And just know that what you think is going to happen is not what's going to happen. And it's going to keep you on a wild ride going with Dre through the world as she stops at nothing to get what she wants.
I'm Chloe Bailey, and I play Marissa, Dre's sister. And Marissa is a big ball of sunshine, so you think.
I like that. It's very mysterious.
When this project was pitched to me, Donald Glover pitched this idea to me, and I wrote it. But he pitched the idea of a black woman obsessed with a pop star. I'm from Houston, Texas, so I come with my own, knowledge of a city and a place, and obviously that was part of the story. This is a story that takes place over 2.5 years of a woman's life, and we researched a lot of events within 2016 and 2018. So what you see is not a work of fiction. It's based on real events. And the Beyonce of it all, I think, just falls into the idea of the feeling that this pop star gives, the feeling of someone that is bigger than themselves, that means something to Black America, that means something to Houston, a place that I'm from. And obviously, that's where we are.
Oh, yes. The good thing is that I knew Damson before we shot this. And for some reason, our synergy, like all three of us together, it felt so warm and comfortable, like we've been friends for years. Like, given the serious content that we were shooting, we were laughing in between each take. So it felt really warm and welcoming. Now, mind you, I get nervous with anything I do, whether it's performing or even this. Like, I'm an anxious person. And I remember when I first read the script, I was like, oh, this is insane, this is incredible. And I cried. And then I realized, you got to do that sex scene, girl. And as open and liberal as I am with my body, I was very scared because I haven't had that many partners. I'm not like that sexual and open. So I was like, whoo. I was like, okay. So Damson made it really comfortable. There were limited people on set. It was a closed set. We were laughing in between. We literally had a bouncy ball in between us. And, we were making a joke out of it. So it took all of the nervousness away from that. So I have to give a lot of kudos to him as a man for making me as a woman feel comfortable literally being raw and naked. So, but, the scene, the intensity of the scene and how twisted and messed up it is, it just opens up perfectly to the show to be like, you don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, and it's very much that Dre is a fly on a wall in her own life, and so that is very much a purpose, that scene has purpose to it, despite the sex. But there is something to this, the alienness of someone watching an act like that, and do we see her understand it or not? And that's like our clue into the character, right?
The way that Chloe felt about that scene was a similar way. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna be watching this like that. And she's my sister. That's kind of weird. But the way that Dre watches is not from like a sexual standpoint. There's no I don't see desire in her eyes. I see trying to comprehend that, okay, this is what people are doing. This is what they say they love. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know how to feel about that. Okay, he's looking at me. He's not weird about that. Okay, I don't really feel what I think I'm supposed to feel, like how everybody describes this thing. And I think that then goes forward to her own personal sex scene that she has. Well, it's not in the show, but she essentially loses her virginity to the guy at the party. And for her, that's like, oh, that's what that was? Got it. Okay, cool. She's just really going through life trying to figure out what's going to make her feel something, anything.
Yeah, and the journey of the pilot is really her discovery to what will make her feel, right? So the ending of that pilot
and it happens to be that.
Is that.
Yeah. For me on a personal level, I've been toying with the idea of masculine and feminine energy and how we all have it inside of us and how we're trying to find harmony and balance. And I feel fortunate that that experience is personified through Dre. She really does go through the spectrum of those energies throughout the season.
they weren't shy of showing how someone who seems so bubbly and happy and optimistic on the outside deals with her own inner demons. And I think you realize that when Dre kisses her self-inflicted scars on her arm. And it's like you see how Marissa internalizes her pain and physically harms herself, and how Dre internalizes her pain and physically harms others. So it's like this weird sisterhood type bond that we have through our trauma and pain.